Hey guys, Brian Miller here. Really excited to be jumping on Periscope today to share a really exciting announcement that is starting to float out on the internet. Wonder Workshop, who I have the privilege and honor of working with, has released, finally, their newest robot, Q. And I'm really excited because I actually have the Q robots here with me today, and I'm going to be unboxing one live for the very first time. I haven't had the opportunity to unbox it yet, so I'm going to be going through that process. Feel free, if you have any questions, you can drop them here right on Periscope, and I can answer them as they start to float in. And you can also send me a message on Twitter at EdTechNerd if you have any questions as well. You can also always reach out to Wonder Workshop at Wonder Workshop. So really excited to be able to introduce to you all, with my viewers, the first time Q is really being seen in public. Now, this is a robot that I've been watching and seeing as it's been under development, and I'm really excited to actually have two of them here today, plus one other special robot as well in my supply. So I'm going to change this view over a little bit so you guys can see a little bit more what this layout kind of looks like here. So I have laid out here all of Wonder Workshop's robots. So you can see that we have over here, we have Dash and we have Dot, which really started the excitement and the wonder behind Wonder Workshop. So these robots are still around. We're still using them in schools, and consumers are still purchasing them. And this is really the staple, and this is what I love to call step number one for learning the coding process. Then we start to transition to the middle here, where I have our three newest robots. Well, two newest robots. One of them is just in two different colors, actually. So I have here in the middle, which is the new Dot Creativity Kit. This is so awesome. This is allowing you to take Dot to whole new levels. Everything comes boxed with activities, challenge cards, games, all sorts of stuff that you guys can use and really begin to play with using the robots. So you can see that there's a lot of different things on the box, lots of activities and things that you can do with these robots. So it's really exciting to have Dot in its own kit, because it makes the play a lot more easy and fun to implement with children and schools alike. So be sure to check out Dot Creativity Kit. You can start pre-ordering these now on www.makewonder.com. Now, the ones that everyone's been waiting for to see, obviously, are Q. So we have two different versions of Qs here. We have a light version and a dark version. So we have both of them here. The light version is a special edition, so you'll want to jump online and order those on makewonder.com's website. You'll be able to get them shipping soon. They'll be shipping in October, but you can start, or at the end of September, but you can start to order them now. Pre-ordering opened up today, actually. And then we have the dark version. Both robots are exactly the same, so there is no difference between them. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to unbox the dark version here. So the boxing, first of all, is absolutely incredible. They did such a cool job making this box really informational, but also just really cool. I mean, there's information about the robots on the back side, all wrapped around underneath the labels, but the see-through casing is really neat. So it has a little soft plastic piece in the front that allows you to see into the robot, and when you flip it down, it has a getting started step of direction. So it says start here, then it says power on Q and listen for instructions. Then it says number 2, need to charge, plug in the USB cable, so all that's included in the box. Number 3, once Q, unplug Q and press the power button once it stops pulsing. Download the Q app, which is going to be available starting today on the App Store as well. And then learn at www.makewonder.com. So inside of the box, Q has 2 connector points snapped into his Lego connector areas. So you can unsnap those, and then you can pull out the Q robot. Inside, we have a couple of different things. We have haven't pulled these out, the Lego connectors. So you can snap these onto the Lego connector points all over Q. So you can add on and create your own accessories. We have in here a USB charging cable, which is packed in there really nicely, so you can see that it includes that as well. You do need to charge it using a brick or your laptop, so you can charge it into any USB port. Then we also have in here some directions to walk you through, but most of the directions you can find on the website. We have a second Lego brick connector, so you can snap one evenly on each side. And then we have some stickers as well. So that's the box itself. It's just a really cool looking display case, even for the robots. And you can see with my setup that I have over here, it's going to be added to my setup also, so you'll be able to see and view and check out all the stuff. So I'll put that right up here for now. Let's close that up. Perfect. All right, so I have not yet powered on Q yet. So this is going to be the first time. Now, from what I understand, I'm going to have the app ready to go. The app is going to be launched on the App Store today, so that's going to be coming down shortly. And then once I power this on, it's going to start to walk me through some directions. So let's check this out and power it on.
Coming online. Now, assistive diagnostic enabled. Preparation for your
and there goes Q. So good thing Q is extra durable, landed straight up. Now,
anytime you are unable to perform a specific diagnostic function, just press the big circular button at the tippy top of my head.
So it's walking me through all the steps, giving me directions on what I need to do. And there's some plastic wrap along here as well that I can unpackage.
All right. Play mode. It seems you like to push others' buttons, eh? See if you can push mine. Instructions.
So it's going through the setup instructions. I'm going to stop it here just so it doesn't go any further because I want to go through the actual process itself. But you're able to see that it has a different personality. So thanks to Q's new advancements, this is a step up from what Dash actually is. Q's a clever robot that takes robotic interactions to a whole new level. We're used to using robots that are simply moving forward, backwards, beeping and buzzing, but that's not really how we want to start learning how to interact with robots. So one of the things that Q has integrated into this is emotive AI. So you're able to communicate with Q as simple as it is chatting with a friend, and inside of the app, there is a chat feature where you can ask Q questions, Q can respond back, tell jokes, give you hints, help you stay engaged with using the robot. So there's a lot of really cool interaction that Q brings beyond what Dash was ever able to do. So you have, in this case, with Q, 4 unique avatars that you're able to download and use. And each avatar gives a different personality. So depending on what your personality is as the user, or depending on what you want the robot's personality to be, you have 4 different ones that you're able to choose from. You get 1 free, and then you have the additional ones as in-app purchases. So there's 3 additional ones. And with Q's advanced capabilities, with building programming, we are now able to take the traditional block-based programming that we were used to doing with Dash and now bring this into language programming. So Q is able to do language programming using JavaScript, so we're able to have children learn how to transition from using block and moving into an actual language of coding. So inside of the app, it walks you through that process and teaches you all of that as well. And there's some really cool additional things you're able to do with navigating the robot as well. You're able to drive it around just like you would Dash, but there are some amazing new functions that you can do as far as controlling each of the motors inside of the wheelbases. So instead of what we're used to seeing robots move straight forward and making a sharp turn to my right, your left, now with the programming of the different wheels and the motors, I can actually have the robot make a nice sweep or move. We can also have the robot actually slither or slide across rather than just moving straight across. So there's some really cool things that you're able to do with the programming functionality. Now, let's talk about some device capabilities, because that's going to be a question that a lot of people ask. With these robots, it's required to have Bluetooth 4.0, which is LE-enabled devices to use Q. So that includes iOS and Android devices currently at this time. And that includes the iPhone 6, 6 Plus, 6S, 6S Plus, all the way up to the newest version of the iPhone. The 5, 5C, and 5S are not confirmed working with the devices because of the speed of those phones. So that's something to keep in mind. For tablets, you have the iPad 9.7, the 3, the 4, the iPad Air 1 and 2, the iPad Mini 2, 3, and 4, and the iPad Pro 9.7, 10.5, and 12.9. So if you have a newer generation device, you're going to easily be able to manage and use these robots. Now, moving on to Android. Android devices with OS version 5.0 and up, you're able to use them. And it looks like the Nexus 7, which is a 2013, and then there's a whole bunch of them. So you can go on the website and you can see the additional ones. And then available in November, they'll be working with the Amazon Kindle Fires, the Kids Edition, all the way up through the HDs. And that includes all those tablets that Amazon has put out. So one of the things that you should know is until the app is optimized and finalized, we don't recommend using the 5C, 5S, or iPad Mini 1 for using the robots. So that's just something to keep in mind, just again because of the connectivity and the power behind those particular devices. So it's something to remember. Now, Q has a default personality right out of the box. And when it's powered on, the personality introduces you to some of the robot's features, and it prepares you to selecting your first avatar, which is why I turned it off, because I'm really excited to go through those avatars and learn which avatar that I want to go with. So that's the reason why I powered Q off at this time. Going through the process, one of the first activities is working through the proximity sensor, so you're going to be giving it a fist bump. So Q will drive up, it'll recognize your fist, bump back, and move backwards again. And then it also tests the speakers and the sound with the 3 different microphones. So it's going to ask you some questions, it's going to drive around, and it's going to pick up microphones so it knows exactly where you're located and the best volume as well that you should be speaking at. Charging Q, same as Dash, there's a button on the side or a spot on the side here for your micro USB cable, so you can plug that in. Powering on is the same as well, so we have the power button to power on the robot. And then you go through and you launch the app. Now, I don't have the app yet, so I'm going to be doing a whole other live video once the app is released later today. And once I have my robots hooked up, I'll be able to do a little bit more with them as well. But really excited to start taking this on test runs, bringing this to the public, letting people see this, getting a chance to play with it and experience it in person. One of the places that we will be this upcoming weekend, if you are in New York City or you're attending the World Maker Fair, we will be at the Barnes & Noble area, the playground, and we will have our newest robots, including the Dot Creativity Kit here as well, that you're able to start exploring and playing with. Now again, these will not start to ship until the end of the month, but you can start to pre-order them today. So you have them ready to go before the holiday season starts, because I have a strong feeling that this is going to be a hot seller this year. Now, as far as age group goes, a lot of people ask me, well, where does Q start, and when do we start actually introducing Q to children? Well, Q is the next transition up in our family of robots. So we have Dot, who I love introducing to with 4, 5-year-olds starting to learn to read because of the sensors, the ability to hold it and play with it, toss it, twist it, turn it, and program it using block program based off of movement and motion. Next would come our friend Dash, who is able to be programmed the same way Dot is using block programming. So use this from 1st grade, kindergarten, 1st grade on up to maybe 5th grade, when your students start to begin to explore the process of language coding. So now, since we're dealing with JavaScript, we're dealing with some advanced programming functionality that can really take you into high school level based on learning language now. Q would be introduced at the end of 5th grade, 12 years old on up through high school and adulthood, because I'm going to be playing with this nonstop. So I can't wait to start to get this opened up. Some things to remember: that they are durable, they're able to be played with, but still be careful because they are electronic toys. They are obviously not waterproof. I don't recommend driving these throughout dirt or sand because the way the wheels can pick up dirt, that's a concern, so be careful with where you're driving it, but it works across all floor surfaces. like hardwood, carpet, etc. So you can easily drive these around in other places also. So that's Q. I'm really excited to be sharing some more features as I start playing with it a lot more. Like I said, I'm going to be going through once the official app is launched. I have an app on my device right now, but it's still the testing app. I'm going to wait till the official app is loaded before I upload it onto this one, so I can really start diving in and begin playing with the language programming. But I'm really excited about the upgraded features and capabilities for what this robot can do. A lot of people say it looks like Dash. Well, it does because it's in the same family of robots. But the capability of what this robot is able to do compared to Dash blows it out of the water. With 4 personalities that you can now download and use, it takes the experience even further. The ability to chat with the robot live in a texting platform takes the robot even further and allows you to do a whole lot more. So, and going from the block programming language to the language programming of JavaScript is the piece that a lot of people have been asking for, and we're really excited to be able to be introducing that with our Q robot. So get out there, hurry up and order it, because I have a feeling that these are going to go really quick. You can check out Wonder Workshop at www.makewonder.com. And if you want to learn more about me, you can visit me at toptechedu.com or follow me on Twitter at edtechnerd. So thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I look forward to learning a bit more. Naomi, good to see you. Glad you jumped on here. Yes, so we're really excited about this being released and launched. So like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on social media, and I'm happy to chat. So thank you, everyone, and I will see you soon. Be sure to check out Wonder Workshop, www.makewonder.com.